All right, the light has turned green, and we have not immediately dropped every frame in the universe, so I think we are all set and ready to go here as we start our Super Robot Sunday, episode 31 of our playthrough of Super Robot Wars 30 here on Sound Goblin Gaming. I'm, as always, Bograt.
Travis.
I'm Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent. And oh my god, we actually get to do freaking mainline story missions.
Yeah, we've cleared all the optionals for now. Things should hopefully be a little bit more stable today as far as our actual play goes. It doesn't come through as much on the stream, but you may hear us occasionally comment on it, where there's a weird thing because we're streaming from a Steam Deck to the computer that's actually doing this, and occasionally there'll be a little bit of wireless interruption. We never drop frames in OBS, so it doesn't actually look like we're losing anything there, but it does, like, on our end, choke up a little bit. But did some work on the wireless this week here, and so hopefully that will improve that.
Excellent.
Have a little bit better stability.
Now we can do the story mission, which is just as filler as a lot of the side missions we're doing.
I wouldn't.
I don't know, a whole big thing about Zeta was that he shouldn't be calling himself Quattro Machina because he's just running from his problem.
Yeah. He's like, I trust the lieutenant calls himself that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Because the lieutenant who calls himself that is Shar Aznable. Don't trust Shar Aznable.
Has Shar Aznable ever done anything but... Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Which volume would you like me to
So,
open first?
the other fun thing about this mission specifically is this is actually a leftover mission from the last chapter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of Shar Aznable betraying people, Jaycock's finished. So you can watch it now.
Yep,
Or, at the very least, this season.
this
finished?
season. It's not clear yet whether there's going to
Yeah.
be more or not. They could obviously do much more with it. It's actually a AU of...
Yeah, we get
UC.
even more Shars getting the shit beat in. No matter what universe you come from, Shar.
So, actually, the Shar this time does win, but only in just preventing something stupid from happening.
I mean, like, define win.
He achieves his goal.
That happens anyway.
Yeah, I mean, technically, regular 0079 Char achieves his
That's
goal.
true.
The zombies are fucking dead. Like, that's not an abnormal thing. Most things have actually gone Char's way throughout the vast majority of time we've seen Char on screen, in fact. CCA, he didn't actually want Axis to hit the Earth.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a very clear case of don't stop me, Smee. Don't stop me. Stop me, Smee. Stop me, Smee.
Yeah. Like, he literally sent a message to Amuro being like, hey, I'm about to do something really fucked up. You should probably get on that.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Also,
Char Aznable
here's
can't
the
do anything
tool
by
to do that.
halves, so...
Also, here's the tools to stop me.
Like, if you don't get out there and stop me, I will actually go through with this, but that's not really what I want to happen.
No, he just wants to fight Alma.
Yeah. Wants to avenge his mommy.
It's not entirely that. There's a lot more.
He's all upset that Vala likes Amuro as well, and it's all butthurt about it, but he constantly loses to Amuro because he can never actually beat Amuro. His actual motivation.
It's the core part that leads to him doing the stuff he does.
CCA is the attempt to drop Axis is far more complicated than that, but like that is definitely some part of it, but it is okay. It depends on how much canonicity you give to various like side story manga things.
Yeah.
That sort of bridge the gap between where we leave off in Zeta and what happens in CCA.
Depends on how much plot spackle you apply to make this make more sense than it actually does in CCA itself.
So there are definitely aspects to the Axis drop plan that have nothing to do with his rivalry with Amuro.
Well, the big thing
Because-
about it is that, like, as Zeta resolves, Char is pretty much in a place where it's like, okay, I'm going to give them an actual chance to prove to me that humanity is not fucking useless and is not just going to sit here and spin their wheels on Earth if they're not spurred to action.
Yeah.
Which is also part of why he's not really on scene at all during the entire events of Double Zeta. Is because he's really trying to not be involved in what's going on and like let things play out as they're going to play out. And then because of how Double Zeta goes down, he basically goes, okay, no, they're going to fuck it up. There's no possible way they're actually going to achieve their potential unless something puts a fire up their ass. And I guess I'm a box of matches.
Also, I have all these people that will swear loyal to me at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, basically just like, I have the ability to do this.
So I guess drop of a mask would be better for that one. But still, yeah, it's like the Axis drop plan had nothing to do with Amuro. But
Well,
he wanted
other
to
than-
poke Amuro.
Out of the fact that it was to provoke Amuro, to
Yeah.
give Amuro the information he needed to come fight him, and if it wasn't about provoking Amuro, he wouldn't have told Amuro in the fucking first place.
Well,
No,
no.
no. I
The
wasn't
point is,
finished.
the plan was not about provoking Amuro. Part of the plan was Amuro stopping him from actually accomplishing Axis being dropped on the planet.
Yeah, it was.
It was the bonus.
He needed a force to oppose him to show.
I argue it's not the bonus, it's the point.
Entirely possible.
No, the point was the Federation, Orlando Bell, or however you want to put it, needed to oppose him and stop him. Amuro was the lead of that, and he does have this thing with Amuro. That's a troll doll.
Every fucking time.
That's McTomin.
I'm sorry, no. Since I was playing one of the Ninja Turtle games last night, that's a neutrino.
So, who did the character modeling for Heavy Metal Elgime, and what were they on?
Not sure who actually did the character designs for Elgime.
I actually really like even Troll Doll Guy and
It's an 80s series. If they weren't on something, they weren't in the 80s.
Yes, but
you're not wrong.
Let's see here. I mean, I know who directed Heavy Metal
Yep.
Elgime.
We all do.
And also, I think I answered my own questions in the 80s, so
Character design was Mamoru Nagano, who also did character designs. Oh, yeah, the 5-Star Stories guy. That's why that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Literally, the
sense.
creator, like overall, did the manga for 5-Star Stories. And also did character design and mecha design for Brain Powered. And did some of the design work for Zeta.
okay. That makes sense.
yeah, it has a very Zeta feel to all the characters from
Elgime.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Well,
If
okay.
less restrained than Zeta.
More accurately, Zeta has a lot of the feel of Elgime. Elgime
I-
way predates
right.
Zeta.
There are common links in art style. See now that you say it out.
Yeah, because now that you say it, I could absolutely
think-
see
hold on.
most of the cast of Elgime.
Trying to remember
being in
when
Zeta.
Zeta was. They are like
Uh,
contemporary.
81?
So Zeta may have come before Elgime then.
It's very early.
Elgime was 1986. Zeta was 1985.
Okay, so it was,
Okay.
Zeta came before it.
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier in the 80s. Oh no, there was actually a gap between Gundam and Zeta.
Actually, no, other way around. Heavy
Oh.
Metal Elgime was 84.
Oh, okay.
February 84 to February 85, and Zeta started in March 85.
Either way, like, you could easily see the cast, most of the cast of Elgon being in the setting of Zeta, just fitting in perfectly fine.
Right, and now to beat this guy with a mace.
As is tradition. No, you're not winning this fight. So, Shiv, are you ready for tomorrow?
But tomorrow.
Eternal. So much stuff coming
Oh,
in
yeah,
Eternal.
we're getting
Yeah.
14 episodes of Seed Destiny.
I mean, it's not that much stuff. It's basically pretty much the same as the last, as when the first Seed Destiny season. The only thing is there's also a Fierce Enemy event coming with it. But
We're also getting CCA.
yeah,
It's
but
the
like,
first time we got double runs.
Yep.
And also new story sets.
Also, out of context, that sounded so weird. You're excited about getting 14 episodes of Seed Destiny.
14 stages of Seed Destiny.
well, 14 quote-unquote stages. If it's like the last time we got Seed Destiny, there will be about 6 playable stages.
So, I
That
don't
was
think...
Seed Recollection.
And I think that was specifically that because that was literally how Recollection was being distributed.
Yeah.
It didn't have a prior release. I think Destiny is
I'm
going to be all
expecting
stages.
Destiny's not gonna be or maybe it's going to be the same way.
I hope not. I don't want to watch that.
If they want me to hit skip a couple
Oh, that's
times
true.
and
You
give me
can
some
skip it.
tips for it, that's fine.
I did forget you could skip that.
Yeah, I absolutely skipped all that.
Oh yeah, I didn't pay
Well,
attention. No element of any of the like watch this stages of Seed Recollection were on my phone longer than it took for the skip button to become pressable.
So I watched it just because I'm like, okay, you said you're going to explain how certain things go between Seed and Seed Destiny. Oh, I've got to see how stupid this shit is.
The difference is I don't fucking care.
I think the only thing that explains anything out of Destiny for it is why is he not calling himself Otherin anymore?
Well, the answer to that is skip, skip, skip. Ooh, gems. Skip, skip, skip.
The answer to that is because Quinto Bloaka did it.
I would respect that series more if he just called himself Quinto Bloaka.
God knows if anybody involved in Seed ever had an original idea, their head would explode like in fucking scanners, so.
That would make that more watchable, though. Specifically, seeing characters'
Like,
heads
characters'
explode
heads
like
just-
scanners.
No.
I'm not talking about the characters. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
people who wrote the fucking series.
No, and I
That
think
would
it would
still
be
make that
funnier.
more fun.
I think it would be funnier if something original started to happen in Seed, and then it smash cut to live action of the writers, and one of them just like pops like scanners, and the others are like, oh,
You know, ultimately, I think it'd be great if characters in the series tried to do something original, then their heads explode and they
Yes.
got them again.
Well, I mean, Nickel was the first one who liked to play piano.
He died because of it.
Yeah.
He died boiling in his suit.
it would be an interesting kind of meta series.
Like, having watched more older Gundam at this point, it's not quite as messed up. But when I watched Seed, like when it was first airing,
There
that
is some.
scene was brutal. Because he doesn't just get instantly vaporized. No, the beam stops right here in front of him, and you see his faceplate fill with blood and crack before it explodes. Like, Jesus!
They shouldn't have run into it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Krampus. I'll throw a pitch to Uchikoshi.
Yeah, maybe the Seed universe really does punish original money.
I would watch a like 12 anime series, even if like half, length or anything.
Yeah.
Where the characters know that if they do something original from the previous season, that that didn't happen in the previous season, they will explode, and so they're trying to recreate the series as much as possible.
God,
Well, okay. It's not exactly that premise. But if you are talking about a series where, and it's also not through the entire series, but if you are talking about a series where the characters at a certain point do realize that if we try and do anything that's against the plan of the people in the real world, we're gonna get fucked up. Let me tell you about Gridman. This is basically the fucking premise of Gridman.
It's also the premise of Akuma Ranger, but slightly more comedic in that one.
I do find it funny you said that. My first thought is, that would fully explain why Seed Freedom came out the way it is. They couldn't do anything original, those people were gonna die.
Hey, they did one original thing in Seed Freedom. Grew the heads by about 30%.
Turn off Big Head though.
Been in the game the entire time.
You're really distracted.
I was about to say, now I want to play a Gundam game where all the Gundams have a big head mode, and I realized, oh, that's just SD
That's
Gundam.
literally
It's
SD
literally
Gundam.
just SD Gundam.
Yeah.
Look out for my new anime light novel series. I've become the greatest sniper in the world thanks to Big Head Chief. In a tense battlefield, one boy has learned how to make heads 50%.
That title's not long enough.
Reborn as a sniper in another world where I got the ability to make my enemies turn on big head mode. Now I am the best.
There you go.
Thank you.
And my mom is proud of me.
Oh,
Now that's not a
fictional
real
world.
title.
Oh, my son's fragging all the noobs. Couldn't do it the regular gameplay, but now he's gonna cheat.
I just love the reason for why all those titles are so ridiculous and expansive.
Yep. Yep.
There are so many
it's
titles.
it's a marketing
being
thing.
Released. There's so many different books and everything being released in that like genre and type that you can't just call your thing like a fantasy life or like a journey into the world.
they
'cause
have
it's
to-
fucking meaningless.
Yeah, they have to make it immediately evident what it is that sets their particular story
it's a
apart.
guide story thing apart because the genre is just so flooded that you have to give as much details as possible. in the title.
With of course the irony being is that as it goes on and the genre continues to be more and more flooded, that even these ridiculously long titles still don't really actually differentiate that well at this point.
Yeah.
They all have these giant bloated titles. But even then, some aren't original enough to make the giant bloated titles really different colors.
Yep.
Because now you end up with stuff, and this isn't even manga, this is actually like manhwa. Because it's like you have solo leveling in another world versus hardcore leveling warrior. I like one of these two series. If I explained to you the premise of it, you could not tell me which title matched the series I like.
All right, that's right.
But you said in another world, so it's not the anime solo leveling.
Folks.
Well, the anime solo leveling is also based off of a
I
manhwa.
know. I'm aware.
And I think Hardcore Leveling Warrior is also getting an anime at some point.
I did not descend to another world, but I did crowdfund therapy for the guy who writes Shield. But he didn't go.
I like how you said I did not go to another one. My immediate follow-up in my head was, but I did stay overnight at the Holiday Inn Express.
The non-zero chance that that is the title of a light novel.
I mean, also there is just a long and storied history in Japanese media of having titles like that,
Oh, I saw where you went. Yeah.
because JAV titles have been like that for a very long time.
Same reason.
Yep. Which has led to their
You
being,
have to differentiate because all your titles can't just be women gets dicked.
which has led to there being an actual like Twitter account, which eventually migrated to Blue Sky, that is just somebody cataloging JAV titles.
As there should be.
Which also, of course, leads to really funny things when occasionally things will come up, like the JAV title of Instant Death, she takes a bazooka blast to her face, Saki Ninomiya, which somebody quote tweeted with this image.
Yep. Yep.
For our viewers who cannot see the image I pulled up, it is in fact the image of Cassilia Zabi noticing Char outside the window with the bazooka.
You want to know the best part about that? They recreated that in G-Cux.
Yep.
They did a fantastic job of it too.
Take that ship.
Oh God! Oh, it's just this little guy. Oh God!
He's just a man.
How tough are you? It's probably. Before I forget. By that I mean, everyone is out of range. Oh no, just in range. You have no. Okay. Oh, okay.
I wish to not die. Wish not granted.
Even Shenlong has limits.
準備はできてる。余計な鎖は外してやるから。ミス。ほら。捕まえた。私のアトール5が。
I've done plenty. I got hit a lot.
Alright. Who gets clean up here? Sure. Oh, that's right. There.
Oh yeah, they showed a teaser trailer for the next Hathaway.
Yep. Which is interesting, because if you had asked me last week, I would have told you they have not been working on it,
Yeah.
given how long it's been since we've heard anything about it. I am happy though, because Hathaway was really good, and I do want them to actually close that out.
This one in, I don't know, whenever it comes out. And then, like 5 years, 6 years down the road, we'll get the third one.
Yeah.
It's sounding like they may have revised it to rather than great. But like that's all obviously just kind of rumor and unsubstantiated stuff kind of floating around, but either way.
The next year, I
Like,
think is when it comes out.
honestly, man, like, I'll fucking take it, because at least it's something moving forward with the UC universe for the most part.
これで何度目だネオジオンの復活は
Oh, that's a good burn.
Rather than just doing more shit of the 1 Year War, or we heard your complaints about how we just never do anything but stuff around the 1 Year War, so instead we're going to do an alternate universe for 1 Year War, but different.
Yeah.
And in this instance, at least, we don't just mean like, oh, it's an alternate universe that had like a similar event to the 1 Year War, but everything was different, a la Gundam X, but like literally like no, this is actually a divergent timeline from UC.
The really weird part about it is, in story, it's not even just a divergent timeline of the 1 Year War. It's the divergent timeline of a divergent timeline.
Yes.
Captain Sultan, please don't do anything unwarranted. Shush, shush. Fingers crossed.
I mean, he's effectively Kefka was a mobile suit pilot, not a maid.
So he's effectively Kafka. See what mobile suit pilots do in the Gundam. Of course, they might as well be maids.
Also, technically nothing that ever stopped Kefka from piloting a Magitech unit.
True.
does mean at some point someone on the ship has asked what Jonah's relationship to
Phenomenal.
That would imply that at any point, anybody on the Dreissager remembers that Jonah is there.
How could you not?
I mean, they have
20%.
to, half the missions.
Yeah,
Half
like
the missions
20% of these missions are Jonas.
Yes. That still doesn't give him a personality. He's more of a void of a character than fucking Ko Uraki.
How does he stack up against Troa?
I don't know, because I couldn't give a shit less about wing characters.
Fair.
There is one good character in all of Wing, and he should have been the protagonist, but they're fucking cowards.
Alright, who are you referring to?
Duo,
Okay.
who was
Actually, not who-
originally supposed to be the protagonist of Wing.
I was gonna say, not actually who I was expecting you to say. I was thinking Trays.
God no, Trades is a shithead.
And I can tell you someone else that wanted to be a main character. Relina should have been a main character, and Gundam shouldn't have been involved.
Yeah.
Because that feels what they want to do for half the series.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, no, wait a minute, this is a Gundam series. It's a Gundam.
And do the proper thing. Ignore all common sense and just go full G Gundam.
G Gundam actually has a fair amount of proper sense to it. Just G Gundam is a Wuja.
Well, G Gundam is a
Wuja
Wuja
series.
is a Wuja series, and also the thing is that like people do overlook this because of the absolute insanity of the robot fighting involved. Of all the AUs, G Gundam actually has one of the most poignant commentaries on the ridiculousness of war out of
Yep.
any of them.
Yeah.
Australia in its natural state.
Like a swan, maybe?
Oh no. Junk.
Where are you people?
I was about to actually ask that.
Very important characters, Shat and Asahi.
Oh, right, we're in the middle of punching you to death.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
You are standing 2 squares away from Getter Robo. Although I do like that half of our main character pilots did shout at Char during that whole exchange to shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
Yes, as they should.
Yes.
Isn't that one of the upcoming Fierce enemies?
Hmm?
That full armor Yakushiki?
What about it?
I think it's one of the upcoming Fierce enemies.
Damn, you're dodging. Let's see.
Yes. Combination of he is a decently dodgy unit and you were trying to hit him from 8,000 miles away.
Yes, I could have charged and hugged him, but you know, I want to move as far as possible.
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah.
We have talked about this before very early on. Distance does actually impact accuracy.
The Neo Zeon chose him because he has a better theme song. Heard this song? It's a banger.
There's one that says shoot down.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. No one does that.
Something else very briefly popped up in the battle window. I just couldn't see what it was over him. I think he's got some kind of special skill or something. But that's fine. We're gonna hit him with a battleship gun. Oh.
Let's see.
Only HP that matters is the last.
Would you get back here?
No, fuck the Combat V.
Combatler's looking at me funny. Smite him.
Does Jonah have to get the kill?
No.
Okay.
No,
But there's a principle at this point.
No, that's fair. I was just like,
You fuck.
he is trying to kill himself on other people to deny us something, was what I was thinking. Which would be hilarious.
Zoltan acting in a remote logical way, and that's just not
I don't care
Zoltan
anymore.
at all.
Well, see, that's the thing. If he had actually left Char on the field, he would have specifically gone after him.
Yeah.
I'll do anything that
He
isn't
does,
logical.
his AI does actually prioritize targeting Char and the full army Yakushiki,
And then apparently
and then anything else.
apparently decides to run as far away from Jonah as possible.
Actually, give two shits about Joe.
Was it Combatler V?
That's not even different from like narrative itself. He
That's
literally
true.
does not give any shits about Joe.
Also, I mean, in fairness, Combat Levy is a way bigger threat than Jonah in the narrative Apex.
Yeah, but I think he walked past several way bigger threats than Jonah in the Apex. Most of our roster is a bigger threat than Jonah in the Apex, honestly.
Can't ellipses that mean get away with it.
Yes, we know what unicorn model suits can do.
It's powered by a forsaken child.
Not a whole one. Now, see, what I actually love about the Phoenix and their whole, like, we basically essentially put the ghost of a new type into this super powerful psycho frame unit in order to pilot it is, we already did this and have known that it's a bad idea.
Yep.
When has that ever stopped Anaheim?
They do actually usually learn from their bad ideas.
They go on to
They
make whole
find
new.
yes, they find new bad ideas to engage in, but they very rarely repeat the same bad idea.
Yeah. We won't make that mistake again. We'll make 100 more. Said you can't ellipsis at me.
In a mild defense of Anaheim Electronics, they were not the one who jammed.
No, that was a Xeon thing. Oh, are you talking about the Phoenix? Yeah. Yes, because the other one was technically Anaheim Electronics after the war working with Xeon. And yes, it was Blue Owl and Company that shoved the soul of a child new type into the Phoenix.
You know, as you do.
But the point remains, we already did this and know it doesn't work and is a bad idea.
Look, of course you gotta use a child new type soul to do it. Adults are too attached to their body at that point.
Well, no, the last time they did it, it was an adult.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. It's experimentation. Maybe
Yeah.
the problem wasn't we were using an adult.
Exactly.
Hey, credit to Anaheim for being less shitty than Luo and company. At least in the instance of Anaheim doing it, she still had a body to go back to. Like, she survived that shit.
And later on, they decided that actually using an actual new type was too pesky. So
We're gonna take all the data we gained from
From
using the
that.
ghost of a new type and just make a computer that pretends like it's the ghost of a new type and just takes over the body of the pilot. This can't possibly go wrong.
goes fine. That's what you're talking about.
And we're gonna give it the totally not evil sounding name of the Hades system.
Yeah.
Look, I see no problem with giving this unit we're calling the Pale Rider the Hades system and having it under the direct control of a man named Graves.
Like, I will say one thing in defense of the Hades system. Hades isn't actually evil in mythology. So they're going for that, not the Disney Hades. But at the same point, all the other stuff, yeah, no explanation. That's fucked up.
I will also argue the semantics
Weapon
Hades.
and cost down.
Okay, and yes, Hades is a monster for.
Well, this is like, it's like I would argue the semantics of Hades is no more evil than the rest of the Greco-Roman pantheon.
Yeah, yes.
The Hades system is a acronym.
Of course.
Yes, it is.
I'm just surprised it didn't come from Seed because of that.
It is the Hyper Animosity Detect Estimate System.
Oh, trust me, Gundam was using acronyms long before seeding.
Now, Seed just loses its fucking mind.
Well,
Acronym and an acronym.
Specifically, the bigger thing is having one acronym that means 14 different fucking
Yes.
things.
Gundam sure does mean a lot of things.
That means a lot of different things depending what unit it is.
And yes, also acronym within an acronym because Zaku means Zaft, Armed Keeper of Unity. Which Zaft is the Zodiac Alliance of Freedom Treaty.
We're in Commons duty.
Yep, we did unlock another side mission for doing that one.
Okay, I know who that is. Wait.
What?
I think I actually recognize who that other guy was, the Takia. I think he was one of Banagir's friends who ended up working on the Unicorn full armor set. Like the one of the final Poetes of Unicorn.
Well, given what this mission is, that would make sense.
Well, that'd be true if I was anywhere close to, let's see, level 123.
Yeah, there is technically a special thing to do here. You're not going to manage it. We do get 2 Katajina points if you defeat Chronicle before the Dreistrager arrives.
Yeah, he's not up to level.
That being said, we also already have all the Katajina points we need, so...
Like, I know we're going for like getting as much stuff as possible, but hey, if there's anyone I didn't want points with, she's on that list.
Got Clemmy last time.
I know he is the headliner of that list. I still have yet to recruit him in Eternal. I have done another pilot stipulation thing. I refuse to put points into cats.
I haven't even recruited them. So.
I recruited him just because I was recruiting everyone for the mission for recruiting certain amount of people. And it's like, okay, I don't want you, but you're not Glemmy level if I don't want, and I'm not leaving you alone with them.
Now, mind you, we do get this to assist before the Dreistrager shows up.
Yeah.
Could be anyone.
It's a guy with a helmet.
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
Any miscellaneous pilot of the Silver Bullet Suppressor.
Make more than one of these?
No.
A custom silver bullet? No, they only made one.
No, they were mass producing silver bullets with the beam magnum from the unicorn, so it had to have a special replaceable arms.
Literally anyone.
Oh, this could be fun. Let's see.
He has Flash.
The Flash.
0% chance to shoot down.
Oh, they don't get the beam magnum. We're just in a
Not right now.
yet. I mean, they have a beam magnum. This could still be anyone.
Yes, if I remember correctly, when you actually get him as an actual unit, he does have the beam magnum, but does not happen for this mission.
サンスカールのやり方を認めるわけには一瞬の勝負やってくるならば貴様をやれば私の実力を示せるという
Because again, this is still not where we actually get the Silver Bullet Suppressor.
なるほど被弾は避けたい
Temporary thing.
Yes, you take care of that. I'm going away.
Not until the next time it shows up, which is in Chapter 8, that we actually get the Silver Bullet Suppressor.
I think we're screwed.
Let's start those Chronicles back.
Yeah.
Did the mission change that he had to survive?
Yes,
Almost
any allied unit. Like,
You hide in the corner with him. Okay. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Considering the fodder is killing him.
Yeah, think about it. He does come in like appropriately leveled, but has like 0 upgrades.
Yeah.
In this form, so
Hypothetically, to have the base upgrades, which are nowhere close to where everything else I have is.
yeah. Well, and are also like not really enough on that unit to make it survive.
No.
Honestly, probably the biggest one being it just doesn't have that much HP.
Doesn't have that much HP. Attacks are also pretty underpowered.
Well, yeah, because it doesn't have the beam magnum.
Powerful thing it has is the beam saber, which is all that high tier when it comes to weapons.
Yeah, like this mission, especially the special requirement for the mission, turns out totally fine if you've actually been using Char. Because as long as it's staying like even with levels, the full armor Kai is actually quite a good unit.
Oh yeah, it is. It's just back to the whole we have an overbloat of good units.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Like the theoretical playthrough I keep talking about where I do the like no protagonist units run, like the full armor Yakushiki Kai is absolutely one of the stars of that.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it fairly early.
You get it fairly early as long as you keep it leveled. It is extremely dodgy because it's still the Yakushiki, but even if something does manage to hit it, it still doesn't. It still has a lot of actual defensive capability because it's a full armor unit. So.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's not the best unit I will have for that playthrough, which is probably Grid Knight, but
Yeah, Hollow Grid Knight is really late.
yeah, Grid Knight is really late, but it still like comes in and is immediately like a top tier unit. Mostly because I'm not allowing mild cheeky shit like the fact that you technically get the Zeta Gundam from the Double Zeta era, which means not technically a protagonist unit, but it really is, so I'm still counting it. I'm not allowing for that in the playthrough.
Yeah.
Likewise, I also decided to like not technically allow Gao Gaigar for basically the same reason.
Yeah, makes sense. Like, just because it's not the protagonist Ultra, it is still a protagonist in a series.
Over here, so I can stop selecting.
Hey, you gotta throw it on the bus.
I would say move like the reinforce or
Everything's gonna
something
be
down
down
there.
on the bus.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, we forgot to move Jonah back into a good unit.
Yeah, although he is in the A at least, so it's
Well, yeah, because we're
less
in
bad.
space, but it's still not quite as good as a V2.
I can't not.
No, I mean, they line up for you.
Yep.
It would be rude not to do it.
Oh no, we stood in close proximity to each other.
We got in a line. No.
Line beats. So, in the absence of any other super robots to talk about, Steam sale has started up.
Yep.
And I picked up a few titles, including one that I've had my eye on for a while.
Which one?
It's called Cyber Knights.
Okay.
The best way I can describe it is if anyone has experience with the old Invisible Ink from Clay, which was a tactical heist game, it is that on steroids, but with a little bit messier. So the whole thing is basically the world is in the last thralls of cyberpunk. There's only 112 cities left on the planet, and you play as a team of heisters who are trying to gather up enough money to get off planet, or you can just choose to play in game. And you have the game controls like XCOM. You have the equipment and build up of like a tactical RPG like that. but there's a heavy emphasis, if you choose to engage with it, on stealth, like sight lines and cones, disabling cameras and stuff. So you can go high stealth. I will warn you up front, the UI for this game is messy, because this game is very, very easy. And the developers didn't perfectly translate that depth into readability in the UI. So if you don't, even if playing through the UI, there was a bunch of stuff that I had to like go in and fiddle with to learn how it does. But once I got past that, I was having a super cool time.
I made a purchase on the Steam sale, which is I picked up my third copy of Doom 2016. And it's third copy because I picked it up on the Xbox One a long time ago, but never actually got around to playing it. The Xbox One has gone through so many system updates, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to boot up the actual console to the main menu, and then sometimes 5 minutes to load a game. I'm not doing that for Doom 2016. So then I got it on my Switch because they had it on sale for $5. It runs like crap. Not like the frame rate and everything is fine. For whatever reason, the controls are super. Either you are barely moving or suddenly you are moving everywhere at once, and there's no actual feeling of control of the character well. So now I've got it on Steam, so I can play it with keyboard and mouse and actually, play it functional. I do find it funny. I do believe I've literally paid $5 for it each time I bought it.
I'll say, as far as PC Gundam series go, Unicorn just has some of the best, cast.
Oh yeah.
The other thing that came up, I was doing research for the Steam sale that I did not know. So a few of us here really like Bloons TD6. They came out with a roguelite mode.
Yeah.
I did not know that. They have a free trial of it, 3 rounds of it. I really like how it's set up. If I had not spent a lot of money already on the Steam sale, I'd be tempted to purchase it. It's DLC for $10. But the whole conceit of it is that you pick which hero you take in, and then you get 3 random
Towers.
Well, 3 random towers at 3 random levels. So anything that could appear as one of the Insta Monkeys can appear as one of your choices. So the demo one I did, I was locked into 002 with the ninja. And it's priced to that level with all the upgrades. But there are also other things you can get, all Magic Monkeys now have 30% more range, but fire 10% slower, or things like that. And all the heroes get cataloged into a type based on what they are.
No special requirements for this mission. Okay. Unlock a huge fuck pile of things, but nothing to actually specifically. Yeah.
What are Getter Rays indeed?
Now, some people call it Dragunian, but they are stupid.
I do like that the resolution to that conversation is, what are Getter Rays after all? It's like, does it matter? You're right, it doesn't. Fuck Getter Rays. Do what I want.
Yeah, that's Ryoma, alright. Which one? Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Have somebody get screamed at.
Yeah.
Orga just sitting there in the radio room. Does anybody explain to me what these Getter Rays are? Someone over the radio. No. Alright, fine. Charge, kill, whatever. Kazuki hit him with a mace or something.
Will Getter Rays make them mace-proof? No? Okay. I know how to handle the situation.
All I want to do is make a world for Tekadon to be safe in. A world where nobody throws nouns at me on a regular basis.
cowardly tactic of starting way the fuck over here.
That's every time we're on this map. This is basically how it works out. Just giant railway down the middle.
And you're going to get over there.
It is, if I remember correctly, genuinely one of the largest maps in this game too, which doesn't help things any.
Why are you here?
I don't think anybody you throw over there.
No, they won't. Or won't. But they're welcome to attack the guy who's going to kill them before they make an attack.
Yeah. Also, you say that, but yes, Gridman does have an 8 range attack.
Yeah, and good.
And that's Gridman. He has many, many attacks.
That's not true. Gridman really only has about 4 attacks. Just one of them is split across 3 different entries. 4 different entries.
Gridman gets a bunch of different power-ups from all the different characters. Well, how are we going to fix those? How are we going to do those? I don't know. Just give him like 4 versions of the same attack with different ranges.
Yeah, that's pretty much just done of it.
Makes sense.
Ernie's here.
Now you know the party's really getting started.
You didn't do anything. Ah, invaders.
Your clothes have LEDs. You're not hiding in the shadows.
I'll never know who I am. You know exactly who you are. Earth is spoiled again. A lot of stuff on it. Well,
No, it's one
never
thing.
mind.
Now I have become a boat. Shut up! Nobody cares. Hi guys, it's me, the Majestic Prince. statement right up there with, okay, which one of these big muscular guys is the Dragon Ball? Or are they at a Dragon Ball?
Not gonna lie, every time you said Dragon Ball, I had the DBZ abridged Golda going, "What's a Dragon Ball?" in my head.
Ah, monster.
魔物を放っておいたら世界がめちゃくちゃにされる。赤い稲妻。
こいつは俺にやらせろ。あんな奴とも戦うことになるとはな。これで万全の敵は全て打ち砕くのみ。もはや退路はない。前へサニカントフィッシャイン。
The next time you include a team up unit in the Super Robot Wars game.
Yep. I never noticed that it had the floating head sprite there.
Yeah.
Rocket was a bitch, unlike me, Baron Ultra.
You too are a bitch.
Oh, that was a touching scene. And oh man, from behind.
足田男爵さっさと地獄へ帰りやがれ。やるぞ出し惜しみはなしだ。お許しくださいケン様。
The dimension of caramel squares.
Were those originals?
Just
Not dangerous or anything, just sticky. Never get it off the Zeto.
How do you think we're going to get there?
Nobody cares!
We'll rescue you with nonsense and get a raise.
So nonsense.
I think they said
Why'd you say nonsense?
all is gone as I have foreseen. I didn't foresee this.
That was a pair of pliers.
What type of bullshit is this?
Oh, you forget who you're dealing with.
Also, Dr. Hell has a very punchable face.
It is a pretty punchable face. Yeah. I mean, it's purple, so it's probably been punched a lot already. It's a lot of permanent bruising.
big talk for someone who's in Getterman. Or not a Getterman.
Didn't get her dragon.
Dragon Range.
Behold, I can summon mooks for you to slaughter. Wait a sec.
This is not their final battle.
俺たちとシンドラゴンをシンクロさせるんだ。
わかった。私たちも一緒に。
これがゲッターの究極の進化だ。ゲッター
I heard you needed a hype man. I was not aware of the double clap.
Double clap.
Yep.
JGL のパワーで G ストーンと共に僕たちの力を合わせるアンダヘブン
All right, you fucking kids.
Did anyone else just shit themselves? Yes, yes, yes.
Did you need a cutscene?
Oh, boom. Including the universe, we're all furniture. An ottoman next to a control panel. It is somehow sending photon power.
支出力56億7000
Jesus Christ.
マジンゴー
Oh, my
Right in
dear!
the dick! Why is it always in the dick?
Fantastic.
I too would scream, "Gah!" I'm sorry.
We checked. Oh, he's always an asshole.
There's one world where he's just the leader of an HOA. Still an asshole.
Still a piece of shit.
That's evil.
I know.
Infinite universe of infinite lawns that I can.
By the way, your grass is like a half inch too tall. You're going to have to cut it.
Yeah. Yes, I'll type no doubts. Please stop putting doubts in my head. Those are just Mario blocks. I see the question marks.
Here in this world of billion cubes, you will meet your downfall.
A lot of salt.
And from downtown, Calm Battler B.
Junzo, 大作、千鶴、小助、準備はいいな。はい。超エンジン発動。超エンジンスピン。
Keep attacking my jump!
この戦いに勝てると思うな。世界の前にまず貴様に報いを与える。無限の魔人の力、とくと味わえ。さえ。ブレストインフェルノ。バトルクラッシャーに当たったぜ。悪い悪い。次はちゃんと避けるからよ。
Or don't. It's finding the way.
Alright, he is bravery, so it will cause actual damage if he didn't have. Yeah.
Time for so many cuts.
世紀の域を超えています。イカルガの力を見せる時です。全力全開でいきましょう。
His knife is super. That's what counts.
さあ、フィナ
I
ー
want to make him believe Proteus is.
レ。イカルガ突撃。
Everything gets targeted at the cross.
Just how
I gotta see that. We're out of this turn. Outside of the ship.
Short.
I mean, you may as well still put him there. Used all the stuff to get extra movement.
Yeah. Charge
Alright,
over
get out
two.
and push.
Alright. Oh, sure, using half attack.
Well done.
Alright, got one. Okay, there you go.
Filming will continue. Morale improved.
I really needed to finish him off by jamming a nail light through his dick.
Yeah.
Which one?
Hammer Hell in Heaven.
Yeah, no. The new double Goldie hammer attack. As we know, we're direct Goldie attacks on that model.
Ask it. You wouldn't.
No, 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 no.
Covering my dick. Oh, it's gonna go through my hands. I surrender. I surrender. Oh God! Oh God!
Cocker ball torch!
Oh, he pulled it out. Ah!
Wow, guy really hated his balls.
My crotch.
You know what? No, fuck it, I'm leaving.
I'm not just running because I'm beat. I now have faith in you. I'm gonna go ice my crotch.
There's no way you can defeat me, but I've determined that if that is true, I'm just currently suffering a fate worse than death, so I'm just gonna...
Yeah, the power part we just got for actually beating Infinity, Dr. Hell there, is always extremely good. 70% is 100% and 30% is 0%.
Nice.
Which is great because the actual reward for this mission is dog shit. It's a worse hyper reloader.
You.
Doesn't Hyper just give you all your ammo back every round?
Yes, this one is you get all your ammo back as long as you have 60% energy or more.
I mean, anything that the main things that use ammo will have 60%.
Don't use a lot of energy, but it's
yeah,
still like it's literally just a worse hyper reloader.
Yeah.
It's a Hyper Reloader with the claws on it, which I
Yeah.
reloaded right there.
And we have like one unit that cares in the first place.
Oh my.
Give that man a golf club.
And another dumb question.
And with that, that'll about do it for us today here on Super Robot Sundays on Sound Goblin Gaming. Decent amount of progress. We got through the first major story mission of Chapter 7. I think a couple more things that unlock before we go into final story mission for Chapter 7, and then right into Chapter 8. We are coming up pretty quick on the end of this game, realistically. There's only a couple more chapters left, and the last couple don't have a whole lot of optional side stuff going on in them. So we'll be probably wrapping this up pretty soon, but we do have a little bit of breaks coming up soon just because of usual convention stuff during the summer. Other than that, join us again tomorrow as we continue our playthrough of Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory on Digimondays. On Thursday for more of our D&D 3.5 in retrospect, and then right back here next Sunday as we continue Super Robot Wars 30. Till then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Shiv.
I've been Hunter Green.
I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, everyone.